They walked me through all the frustrations. I'm summing up 10 months of work and sleepless nights. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina, Josh, and they're halfway across the world. So I'm doing late calls, early calls, sleepless nights. Never gone through this before, but Chris was always available for a phone call. Delia's always communicating, and they're calming me down and saying, hey, this is part of the process. This is part of development. And they would let me vent. As you know, you have other entrepreneurs that come to you and they're just high octane, high strung people. That's myself, and that's good and bad. But Chris is really good at letting me vent, stay calm, and he gets me through it. And still to this day, we're developing future products, and there's other challenges with that, and he stays calm and hears me out, always hears me out, and then helps me recalibrate, what's the goal here? Okay, let's help you get there. And I know I'm kind of maybe a little long-winded about it, but that's just to say is like that nobody else was willing to do that from all the other interviews we did. And then when we hired you, we hired Product EVO, we hit big time on the right firm. So it's because of you, it's because of your team that now hundreds or thousands of moms are now feeding their kids with healthy, fresh purees instead of like store-bought toxic ingredients and materials, which is a huge deal in the public eye right now. So we're happy to be at the forefront of it because of the timing you provided. So when I came to Product EVO, I had Bruce, and he was very much a lot like Chris in the sense of that they under promise, over deliver is their aim. And so I think what caught my eye with him was like he didn't like give me no hope. It's not like that, but he would be real with me. And he'd say, this is what I can do. This is what we can do. Let us go find the answers. We'll see if we can get you a quote. We can see what we can do. We'll get you to the right factory. And he'd be back within 24 hours. He'd have the right answers. For me, I always liked, obviously, that the quote would come in lower than he had initially thought. And the reason is like he doesn't want to over promise, and I liked that about him. He wasn't trying to sell me so much as serve me. And I feel that, and even more so with Chris, like both of them, like I got to experience that even more with Chris because I got to work with him for the last 10 months and 11 months now. And then when Bruce left, Chris took it over like it was seamless. I mean, it was, he got a lot more work on his plate. He took it, he stayed calm. We had a crunch of Chinese New Year coming up. And it was that initial trust that was built right away with Bruce was then passed on and kept and maintained and grown. Very personable for Chris. And that for me, that's, this is the lifeblood of my business. To make sales, I got to have a beautiful product. And so I am only going to do that if I trust who I'm working with. And that's what I did with Chris. So,
gosh, thanks, man. Appreciate that again.
Next time. Right back at you.
It's what we do, honestly. Like I'm an entrepreneur to the core. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. And I freaking love entrepreneurs. Love it. Like I love the mindset of entrepreneurs. I love that they take action. I understand the risk of entrepreneurs. In so many ways, there's the financial risk, but also like I think one thing that's not talked about a lot, I don't know if this is the right way to say, but it's like maybe the social and emotional risk that you take putting your ideas out there, because so few people have an idea and they're willing to put their idea out in the world for others to judge with their wallets, which is often judged very harshly.
Yeah.
So it takes a certain amount of courage to do that, and just drive and ambition and a willingness to change the world. You see a problem, you want to fix it. So yeah, at our core, we're an entrepreneurial company serving entrepreneurs because we freaking get it and we want to help. So it's fun. Yeah. It's fun to hear these stories.
I love that. And that's a great way of putting it, Josh, because there's nothing like doing it yourself and putting yourself out there for good and for bad. you are literally like, it tells everyone about what's inside you.
Mhm.
And everybody else in life can fake it, can hide it, can cover up, can put on a facade. But you'll only make it, in my opinion, as an entrepreneur, if you really tell everyone what actually is genuinely inside you. If you fake it, you end up becoming a get rich quick guy. If you don't tell anyone else about, like, if you're just halfway in, halfway out, you'll never commit to it for the long haul. If you don't fully come through in your marketing and and that is so scrutinized by people. And like, I mean, the amount of, even already, just like hurtful comments, or like the emotion with that, it's so brutal, so brutal. But the joy, the joy of the highs is pretty cool too. Actually, so when I came to Product EVO, I was pretty fatigued by making all of the interviews that I had at that point. And it's not like, oh, we just had a 1-day conversation and that was that. It's like, this was a rigorous process to dive into 15 other design/manufacturing firms that can get us from CAD phase to real life phase. And I was tired. And at that point too, especially because we do compression molding for our products, and most of the people I talked to were injection. And because I was talking to a lot of domestic firms, and it was, you can't do it, can't be done, not going to happen, especially not here. And the quality you're going to get overseas isn't what you're looking for. So I was concerned about quality and cost, of course. And I was tired. And I was like, I don't know if this can be done. I was discouraged. And when I came to Product EVO, there was, like I said, that can-do attitude that at least gave me the hope. And then we got the CADs perfected over the course of the project. What we originally had quoted ended up being different. And I'll admit too, we didn't get to make the product that we eventually wanted. And meaning, like, it changed from start to finish. But the beautiful thing is that the product that was completed it ended up being even better, and for different particular reasons. Just kind of like, I'm a person of faith, and I believe kind of that hand of God was in there and helping both sides to make this a win-win. And the product ended up being a smash hit, and it continued. Sorry, I got some kids in the background here. But there, I was nervous we can make it, and for the quality and the cost as a startup, and Product EVO has nailed it. And that's why we're doing future products. Like, that's why we're developing. We ended up developing 2 that launched this summer, and then we'll do 2 more that'll launch here in early 2025. And yeah, I think the biggest thing for me as an entrepreneur that I learned was in product development. Chris always had a saying that he gave me, and he always said that slow is fast. And slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. And the reason I bring that up is because as an entrepreneur, my vision is to grow something as big as possible and as fast as possible. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are, I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, you're exactly like that. You have this vision's dream, and if you're a true entrepreneur, the difference between somebody that is and isn't is one does it and the other person doesn't. So if you're actually doing it, you want to push and push and push. And with Chris, he gave he gave me bumpers and guardrails gently. And it wasn't gruff, it wasn't mean, it wasn't like, let me give you some tough love here. It was just, no, he helped me understand that the more I sometimes pushed, it actually extended the timeline of when something could be achieved and completed in product development.
If you're running a growth stage product company but still stuck managing every factory detail, you're not alone. Our clients save up to 10 to 15 hours per week, get supplier matches in as little as 24 hours, routinely save tens of thousands of dollars on tooling costs, and accelerate their time to market by months without hiring full-time staff or locking into long-term contracts. Are you ready to see exactly how this would work for your specific situation? Book a strategy call to design your custom solution today. We'll map out timelines, deliverables, and show you the exact ROI you can expect.